Hey Flosstube, this is Christy with the Ravenclaw Stitcher. Welcome back to my channel. If you're one of my subscribers, if you're brand new here, hi, hello, welcome. I'm Christy, I'm a cross stitcher. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. This is my channel where I mostly talk about cross stitch. Today is Tuesday, September 26th. WIPGO numbers for October have come out, so let's get to it. Just before I show you all the whips, I do want to make a little announcement in case you don't know. There is a new stitch along out on Facebook. I will put a link in the description box below. Wandering Middle Earth is the title of it. It's a stitch your own adventure. If you saw my videos from a few years ago, you saw I did the Harry Potter one. That one is no longer available, but this is a new one. It just started in September. I think the charts will be released once every 2 to 3 months. I'm not really sure on the timeline for that. It just started this month in September. I think it's going to run for about a year or so, maybe. So you still have time to join this if you aren't aware of this yet. There are about 12,000 people on the Facebook group. So yeah, so how does this work? Stuart Cunningham, he's the designer of this. He is doing this absolutely for free. Anyone can join. You just go to the Facebook page. This is going to be a Hobbit themed stitch along. And how it works is he sends out PDFs. You read the story or the letter that's going on, and then at the bottom there is a few options to choose from, and you click on one of them. Sometimes when you click on one of the bottom answers, it will take you straight to the chart that you're supposed to be doing. Sometimes, I know with the Harry Potter one, there was one where you click on one and it took you to the next letter or the next event that happened, and you read through it and then you click the next one and then it takes you to the chart you're supposed to be doing. So there's multiple charts to choose from, and then usually within those charts there's other things that you can add in, or some people decide to do their own little design. So all in all, it's a stitch along where we got 12,000 people who are participating, but no two stitchers are going to stitch the exact same thing. Everyone's going to have something different. We're all working on the same piece together, but everyone's piece is going to look a little bit different from the next person, which I think that's pretty cool. So again, it's a free event on Cunning Cross Stitch Group, I believe that's what it's called. Again, I'll put a link in the description box below if you want to go check it out. Okay, moving on. Before I go into WIPGO, I didn't want to stitch some of my whips. You'll see in a moment what I'm talking about. But I didn't feel like stitching on some of the numbers that were called for September, so I decided to pull out an old whip, which is right here, my Tinkerbell poster. There it is. This whip, I had this chart for years. I started this chart years ago, this whip years ago. This was the first PDF I ever purchased on Etsy, and unfortunately the seller is no longer available on Etsy, and I have not seen this chart available for purchase since I bought it. So every once in a while I get questions about this piece. I'm sorry, I don't know where you can purchase it from. You might have to find a picture of it and ask someone to do it like a custom order or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't know how to answer, like, I don't know what your options are. So anyways, so I did find this piece years ago, and now I'm finally getting around to stitching on it. I've been on and off about this for years, and this week, well, the last 2 days, I've been pretty much on it. So yeah, I did 2,000 stitches in the past 2.5 days. So a lot of good progress. Unfortunately, I did not take a picture of it before I started stitching on it, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. So here it is. I pretty much did her dress and her arms, and then the fireworks and the castle. So that's roughly about 2,000 stitches, more or less. Yeah, so a lot of progress on this. Pretty much because I'm trying to avoid working on my WIPGO Whoops. WIPGO for September numbers called were number 1 and number 15. First one is my BAPS board. Number 1 is Heaven and Earth Design Mini Wisdom. The goal was 3,000 stitches. I did not complete that goal. I just didn't really feel like stitching on this. I did start, and I did do about 2,000 stitches. My start was 15,086 stitches. I'm going to put a picture right here of what the start looks like. And I stopped at 17,183 stitches. So I did about 2,100 stitches. Here it is. And I'm still working on row stitches on this, and it seems to be working out pretty good. It's just I didn't feel like wanting to stitch anymore. I got sick and tired of all that blue and had to move on to something else. Number 15 for my BAPS board. I'm going to circle back and talk about that later, because that WIP was also called for October. So that's going to hold off for 1 second, and I'm going to go over to the small board. Number 1 was my Will-O-Wear kit. It was a kit, but I also purchased PDF on what's it called? Cooler Designs. There it is right there. I'm gonna try my best to put all the links to all these, if I can find them, in the description box below to make it easier if you're looking for it. So here's Will-O-Wear. I started this with 5,920 stitches, and I stopped at 7,000. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and insert a picture of what my start was. Okay, I stopped at 7,933 stitches, and here's what that looks like. And again, I am using row stitches, and it's working pretty well. Yeah. I'm looking at it and I realize, okay, right here I did really well with the row stitches, but right here, not so much. So next time I work on this, I'll probably fill that in and probably finish it out, because I think I'm just about halfway with this one. So this one has been called for twice for the year, so it's completely done for the board for the year. Now moving on to number 15 on my small board. Number 15 is also number 14 for October. So this WIP, I have 2 WIPs that will be I'll be doing back to back. So Hogwarts in a Bottle, I started this month at 1,616, or I'm sorry, 1,619 stitches, and here's what that looked like. And I stopped for September and starting for October, 3,627 stitches. So I did a little more than 2,000 stitches, and here's my progress on that. And here's my start for October. Okay, so this piece is also September, October for my BAPS board. It is number 14 for October, Wizard Alley. I'm struggling to stitch on this for the month. I did not stitch at it at all whatsoever for September. So again, here's my start for October. I don't know, I tried to stitch on this and I couldn't get it going. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get it going again in October. I don't know, it's giving me a lot of Halloween vibes, and with October coming up, Halloween, hopefully I'll get back into it. October's numbers were 14 and 19. Number 19 for my BAPS board is Wizard Game. So Wizard Alley and Wizard Game which are these two charts. They're from the same seller. They're both mandalas. They're both from the same seller. They're both Harry Potter themed without the Harry Potter trademark names. So this is going to be kind of like Quidditch, but it's wizard game. And this is my start. And I'm starting at 14,303 stitches. Again, my goal for my BAPs, for everything, every time each number is called, is 3,000 stitches. Lastly, number 19 for my small boards is going to be my Mickey and Minnie. It is a kit. So this one's the only one I don't have on Pattern Keeper, so I can't really tell you how many stitches I have on it so far. I can only just show you that this is my start. And that is it. That is my WIPs for September and October. Today, let's see, I have a few more days before I start the month. I will be starting to pack up my stuff, so hopefully this mess that you see back here is going to be disappeared over the next few months. We already bought boxes and we're getting ready to move back to the States. We've been here in Japan for a little over 2 years now, and we have about 9 to 10 months before we move back. So it's that time again where we have to start packing up. So you'll see less and less mess back here. So that means this box that you see right here, those are my WIPs for WIPGO. That's how I store them. That's probably gonna dwindle down to just the main pieces I'll be focusing on, which won't be any of my BAPs. So this one, and this one, once WIPGO is done for 2023, those are gonna disappear, where the smaller ones, I'll probably keep those a little bit longer. Those, if anything, those will be the last ones I pack up. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do for now, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, happy stitching. Bye.